I am so overwhelmed. I have so much things to do right now. I have to finish this assessment. It's due tomorrow, but I have to read the book so I can do the assessment. I have to do so much things on my list. I'm just so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Help me. Hello everyone, Nurse Steph here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Steph. I'm a cosmetic and mental health nurse. I'm based in Melbourne, Australia, and today we'll be talking about ADHD. So if you related to that thing I just displayed before, then this video is probably for you. So what is ADHD? You probably heard about it. You probably know someone with ADHD, or you would have seen it in social media. Well, ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It's a mouthful, so we'll keep it short and just call it ADHD. In the older times, they've also called it ADD. You probably would have heard of it. Adults will say it this way, but it stands for Attention Deficit Disorder. So this term doesn't really capture the whole of ADHD, so we don't really use it in clinical settings as much anymore. So ADHD, it is a neurodevelopmental disorder. It can really be a disruptive condition if not recognized early or there's no proper interventions in place. It's mostly diagnosed in childhood, but it can definitely affect people way later in their life. It can even go undiagnosed until your 20s or even 30s, or some people only find out themselves when they've had a kid who's been diagnosed with ADHD. So the symptoms in childhood would have been considered either mild, moderate, or severe, depending on how much impact it's having in their social, occupational, and functional abilities. So ADHD is characterized as a persistent pattern of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity, and it could display and manifest in different ways as well. It can definitely be disruptive to someone's life, and for someone who is neurodivergent or has traits of ADHD, they will definitely have thoughts of what is wrong with me, why am I like this, things like that. But really it's your brain. You didn't choose to be like this, and there's definitely ways to help you. There's a few subtypes of ADHD, so we'll briefly touch base on them. One is the impulsivity and hyperactive type. So these are the people who struggle with impulsive control and hyperactive behaviors, but not so much struggle with concentration or attention. The other type is the inattentive type, so they struggle with concentration, being attentive, but they're not so hyperactive or impulsive. The last one is the combined type, where people suffer from both inattentive, hyperactive, and impulsive traits and behaviors. There's a lot of symptoms that people could be experiencing with ADHD, but these are the most common ones, and I'll go through some of the more in detailed ones later in my other videos, so keep an eye out for that. One common symptom is the impaired impulse control and inability to delay gratification. Some examples of this could be the inability to wait your turn. So if you're playing games with someone or a bunch of people, you might struggle to wait your turn and just kind of jump in. Or if you're talking to someone and they say something that you really are passionate about or you really relate to, you might struggle with waiting your turn to reply or respond. Some people may see this as rude, but it's actually just your inability to control that impulsivity to jump in and express your thoughts and emotions. Other simple things that people wouldn't probably think it's an ADHD symptom is things like waiting in line, being impatient, sitting in traffic. Those are really difficult things to sit with. It's already uncomfortable for a lot of people, but for someone with ADHD, this can be really frustrating and infuriating. Another common symptom is being restless and always being on the go. So if you're someone who has a lot of things that they want to do, always getting things done, but really not getting things done at the same time, you probably are thinking, do I have ADHD? Some other common things are fidgeting and tapping on things, having things that you're always constantly doing, but that are not necessary to complete a task. So for example, you're sitting in a meeting and you're often crossing your legs, uncrossing your legs, changing your posture all the time. This is probably your restlessness playing up. In younger kids, it can be seen as running excessively, climbing things and trees, and just having a lot of energy. Another common symptom of ADHD is poor sustained attention. So when something is not that appealing to someone with ADHD, they might struggle with maintaining attention. They can struggle with their level of persistence and motivation to keep up with the topic, and often are easily distracted by other things outside of what's going on. So obviously Obviously, these symptoms will be different for everyone. You may not experience these things. You may experience all of them or some of them. If you resonate with some of these things, you're not alone. A lot of people go through similar experiences, and there's definitely ways to support yourself and ways to seek support from others. So please make sure you book a consultation with a medical practitioner, do your research on who you would probably relate to, and don't use Dr. Google, and don't self-medicate as well. So there you guys have it. That is ADHD in a nutshell. I will also go into more detail in my other videos, so keep an eye out for that. But if you liked or you learned something today, make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. If you also want some resources, make sure to reach out and comment. I'll give you some information. Thank you guys for watching today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!